Right, now then, what are we after today? Something a bit different. We're going to do some repairs to the camping car. So we're back to Keith's garage. Oh, by the way, we're on the Logitech camera today. Colour's better. The focus isn't half bad either, but image isn't terribly big. Anyway, it's there and it's working, so hope for the best. Right, so our 29-year-old camping car. Now, it hasn't been out this year because I've been in and out of hospital and one thing and another. So it looks like it might be on the move. It passed its test, like 3 weeks ago. And at the testing station, the chap said, "Oh, it hasn't been very far." I said, "No, it's done 800 miles, about 1,200 kilometres in 2 years." So, and tests here every 2 years, you see. And he said, afterwards, he said all the readings are the same. That's brake efficiency, emissions, everything else, exactly the same readings as 2 years ago. Well, not surprising really, because it hasn't been anywhere. So there we are. It's 29 years old now. We're going to see if we can get it into the category for voiture de collection next year. I don't know if we should manage it, but it's a bit of a lark. Now then, before we go, it has a problem. It's got a water leak, not on the engine, I say mechanical. It's a water leak in the living area. It's a water leak with the hose coming down from the kitchen sink, and it's messy, and I'll show you. So I hope you enjoy this video, quite entertaining. And then don't forget the ending because there's a little surprise. Hey up, what are we looking at today? Now, nice sunny day, look at this, beautiful. The first day for ages it hasn't been raining and everything's absolutely saturated. So anyway, Ruth has, the next week's weather forecast looks pretty good. So I've been told that we might be going out in the camping car. Just for a couple of nights or so. Not too far, but it'll be the first time this year. So it's now November, first time this year. Now, a couple of years ago, I ran over a bit of a railway sleeper parking at the back. I'm backing up to it, and the back of the camping car cleared it, no problem. But when we went to leave, then the grey water tank just caught this sleeper, turned it over, so the high part was up in the air. It biffed the tank, which is under here, this grey tank. It biffed this, put a dent in it. I don't know if you can see under there. It put a dent in it here and bent the straps. Can you see that strap there? Now that's alright, it hasn't hurt the tank, but up here, see this flexible pipe, that's coming out. Now there's another one of those going in. That's the problem. It's fractured that, so the water coming from the sinks is just dribbling over the grey tank. And I've used it for a couple of trips like that, but it's not very good. So we're going to try and see if I can remedy it today before. It's a nice warm day. Well, it's not warm, it's blinking cold. It's only about 8 degrees. So I'm going to see if I can remedy it. Got it jacked up at the other side, can you see? On axle stands, hydraulic jack this side, axle stand under the chassis. I'm going to find some cardboard to lay on and first of all have a look at it. I'll see you in a minute. Now when this our new Sealy motorbike lift came, of course I kept the packaging, keep the packaging of everything because it's super to lay on. Look at this, there's a box there from a mower, there's a box there from an outboard motor, hanging about, but they're going to be used as crawler boards. As soon as they get a bit dirty, then of course I have to jack it in, but I've got my kneeler from Fragile Knees, and then we'll go and have a look under here and see what we can find. I'll put the camera just at the side, and I've got some tools here, and I'll do a bit of scrabbling underneath. Got my safety glasses on. Let's see what we can find. Of course, it keeps you clean as well under here. God, did make a mess of that. It keeps you clean under here with the cardboard, and it keeps your hair clean as well if you be careful. We're going a bit further under. Oh, I see. Here's the pipe. Ah, it's got some. There's the inlet. Look. I've put some stuff around it, some tape of some sort. So I'm going to have a closer look and see what else I can do with it. I'll put you down. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you'll be able to see a bit. Oh dear, I need a light now. It's got one of those clip things on it. Let's take that off. Oh, we've got another one here, and two more hoses here. They look as if they're alright. It's only the hose from the sink, but they aren't half brittle though. Oh, that's a vent. So that's the hose from the bathroom, and that looks alright. It's just this one. Oh, let's see if I can get this off then. See what's holding it. Got some tools here, but I don't think I've got a kniffy. Need a kniffy, and I need a work light. I don't know what's holding that. Looks like a clip. It looks like a clip with a very small socket. So I need to go and find my small sockets. Small sockets and a kniffy and a work light. I'll turn you off for a minute so I'm not using too much power. So we're going to look at that. I'm going to do a work light, a kniffy and a small socket. Right, well, we fixed it. I mean, it's no point in having all this jiggly stuff while I'm messing around and trying to find bits of pipe and stuff, but there we are. Now, the pipe I took off was short, about here, broke off, and it just wouldn't reach, and there's no room to move it to get it nearer here, so I've managed to find a bit of flexible convoluted. It's either a washing machine or something like that, and I've screwed it into that as screwed into here. It's just slightly bigger, this one. It's not as, and it stays flexible, this one, so it's flexible just there, just here, and it just fits over the nut. It's too big for the actual bit of pipe coming out, but it goes over the nut, the securing nut in here, and I've got a big wide clamp that's over that, screwed it up dead tight. That's a bit flexible. That's screwed in about up to there, so it's screwed in about 3 or 4 turns. That should stay in there. All it's got is a bit of water coming out the sink, so that should stay there. This side, they look all right still. They're still connected. One's the drain, one's the vent, and one's from the bathroom. The bathroom shower is there. The bathroom shower vent straight outside. There. Right, I think we'll leave that. I'm happy with that. It's taken about an hour or more. I've been rooting around in the shed. There's no point in showing you all that, looking for bits of pipe, but that's the end result. I suppose I could put a clip round there, but it doesn't need it really. It's screwed in, one thread inside another. It won't come out. Oh well, we'll just take the chocks away now and Oh, I've got a bit of squirting to do on the side. While we're under here, look. We'll do a bit of squirting for things that need a bit of jungle juice. Okay. End. Right, little surprise is today I've just been meddling around with it, trying to put a switch onto the outside light to stop it being on all the time, and I was inside fiddling around and I was trying to clean up, got the vacuum in there and switched it on to try and vacuum up some shavings where I've been drilling a hole, and a mouse ran over my feet. Well, I know there's been one in there and I've got the mouse deterrent on, but I forgot to put it on earlier in the season, and they get in, and they're tiny little things, you know. Anyway, it ran over my feet, so I thought, oi oi. And I'd actually got I was checking the heater and the water heater to see if they worked in case we were going out next week, and the heater was, you know, bumbling away nicely. The water heater had started, but it switched itself off. We should look at that. Anyway, this mouse ran over my feet, so I went into the house and grabbed some traps and some nice tasty cheese and put them in, and so for the moment the camping car is shut up, and we don't fancy taking a trip with 2 or 3 mice inside as well as 3 dogs. That just would be asking a bit much. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget, give us a like. And if you think about subscribing, it helps us to increase the channel and whatever. It's a good thing to do. It doesn't cost anything. And at the end again, we'll just put that link on for all of the Cracker Books publications, 200 audio stories, entertaining listening while you're in a queue or waiting somewhere boring. And there's all the books. They're all free to download. Have a good look at the website and choose what you like. Thank you for being with us today.